1940s brought us a host of new terrors and the return of old favorites. While watching us from the shadows, movie monsters effectively pushed us toward uncomfortable feelings about frightening new realities. Once again, my parents pulled each other close at their neighborhood theater as they prepared for 5 more horror movie favorites of the 1940s. Number 5, Son of Dracula. Directed by Robert Siodmak and starring Lon Chaney Jr., Louise Albritton, Evelyn Enkers, Robert Page, Frank Craven, and Adeline D. Walt Reynolds. Count Alucard, that's Dracula spelled backwards, finds his way from Europe to New Orleans and continues his connection with the daughter of a wealthy plantation owner. After her father abruptly dies from fright, Catherine obsesses over all things occult, and she desperately wants to live forever. She and Count Alucard go to the local justice of the peace to be married, and they then inform others that they are devoting their lives to scientific research at night. The bloodthirsty trail of Alucard soon begins, but the dialogue sounds like a how-to book on vampirism. But there is an interesting twist on Catherine's motivations.
What is that?
Destroy Dracula.
Dracula. But how?
Subscribe.
Number 4, The Ghost of Frankenstein. Directed by Earl C. Kenton and starring Lon Chaney Jr., Bela Lugosi, Cedric Hardwicke, Janet Ann Gallo, Evelyn Enkers, and Lionel Atwill. As angry citizens tear down the old Frankenstein castle, Igor, Dr. Frankenstein's assistant, discovers the monster is still alive.
We have to hurry. Come, I help you.
Igor takes him to a new village where the son of the monster's creator has established himself as a noted physician. Strangely enough, the townspeople immediately noticed the monster.
Hello.
Dr. Frankenstein helps to strengthen the monster's body, but the plan is to replace his malignant brain with an intelligent one. Devious plans evolve as to whose brain will finally inherit the body of the monster. Number 3, The Wolfman. Directed by George Wagner and starring Lon Chaney Jr., Bela Lugosi, Claude Rains, Evelyn Enkers, Marie Ouspenskia, and Ralph Bellamy. In order to run the estate, Larry Talbot returns to his ancestral home in Wales, but his main concern is beginning a relationship with a pretty shop owner. She sells him a silver-handled walking stick, and they make a date for that evening. The locals talk of a superstition concerning lycanthropy, involving a human turning into a werewolf.
I can't tell you anything tonight. Come back tomorrow.
While attempting to save a woman from a wolf attack, Talbot strikes the beast with his cane, but not before it bites him. Police inform Talbot that he killed a local gypsy.
Bela, the fortune teller? What? I only saw a wolf. He bit me. Look here.
And no one believes his wolf story.
That's funny. Must have healed up.
That evening, Talbot turns into a werewolf, and as his reign of terror begins, his new girlfriend will likely be his next victim. Number 2, The Invisible Man Returns. Directed by Joe May and starring Vincent Price, Cedric Hardwicke, Nan Gray, John Sutton, and Cecil Calloway. After using the invisibility serum, Sir Geoffrey Radcliffe escapes death row for a murder he did not commit.
He's gone!
Who's gone? What do you mean?
The prisoner, Radcliffe!
What are you talking about?
In addition to all light passing through his body, the drug slowly makes Radcliffe lose his mental faculties. As he attempts to find the true culprit, Radcliffe does all he can to stay 2 steps ahead of the police. Dr. Griffin is doing all he can to save his friend from this process which has already begun. Will Radcliffe find the true killer before others discover him? Will Dr. Griffin find an antidote to the invisibility serum before the drug causes Radcliffe to lose his mind completely?
Give Samson the information and you'll be free.
Free? I am free. I've never been more free in my life. You know, being invisible has distinct advantages. You hold the balance and decide which way life shall go. No one can stop you. No one can touch you.
Number 1, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Directed by Victor Fleming and starring Spencer Tracy, Ingrid Bergman, Lana Turner, Donald Crisp, and Barton McLean. Gentle Dr. Henry Jekyll has his life in order, but Dr. Jekyll is determined to prove that there is a way to access sides of human nature through chemicals in hopes of curing mental illness. To prove his theories, the always practical Henry Jekyll experiments on himself and releases an evil side of his personality, which he calls Mr. Hyde.
Can this be evil, then?
His antidote brings him back. But the temptation to experience his alter ego drives him to retake the serum, and Mr. Hyde prowls through the streets of London. He then visits a music hall, and he is drawn to barmaid Ivy, who he met as Dr. Jekyll.
Well, I think I'll be off.
What? I don't confuse you, do I, Ivy? I believe I do confuse you a little, don't I?
Oh, I ain't confused by nobody. Let go, do you hear? Let go.
As their relationship develops, Hyde tortures Ivy psychologically and physically.
You like a man who sees a girl and makes up his mind, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, she does know what I'm talking about.
Oh, please, sir.
But you'll find out, won't you? Please, you'll find out. Oh, please.
Please, sir.
Shame and guilt drive Dr. Jekyll to vow never to retake the serum, but he suddenly reverts to Mr. Hyde without taking the solution. In the comments below, let me know about your favorite horror flicks of the decade. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.